started. That is a huge mantra that I have used throughout my weight loss journey and through my fitness journey, and it came really, really, really important this weekend. So most of you know I set out to run not one but 2 half marathons this weekend. I was really looking to push myself and to also start really getting into the training for dopey training, knowing that I'm going to have to run like a half marathon and then a full marathon the next day, so as part of the 4 races. So this weekend was really a test to see how I could push through in those 2 long distances 2 days in a row. And I am happy to say that I did it. I did both races, the Zuma half marathon and then the Providence rock and roll half marathon, both sub 155, what I'm shocked about, but I'm so excited. I actually felt awesome. During the Zuma race, which is, we got this cool little necklace at the end, which I think is fun, instead of a medal, which was cool. I felt awesome. Like I had been having the foot pain last week, but I actually felt good, and I felt like I was holding myself back because I kept telling myself when someone passed me and I wanted to like push farther, that I had another race the next day. This wasn't about PRing or even finishing in my division, which I finished 4th out of. I found out afterwards, and I was like, I missed out on a free something. But I knew that what was more important was that knowing that I had a race the next day. So I felt really proud of myself for staying in control and really just trying to enjoy the race, enjoy the scenery, which I did because it was on Cape Cod and it was gorgeous, and we got to stand on the beach afterwards, and it was just fun, and it was great to see all these women out there, many of them for their first race, so it was great to be a part of that. And then the next day, that afternoon, I drove to Providence, Rhode Island, which is like 80 to 90 minutes away from the Cape, to run Rock and Roll Providence on Sunday. So this is the Rock and Roll medal, which I think is pretty fun. And that one was where I really had to keep saying to myself, finish what you started. I wanted to quit at mile 5, 6, 7, you name it. I wanted to stop because my foot hurt so much. And it wasn't where it was before on the ball of the foot, it was the arch. And I think it was because I had been compensating for the pain in the previous week of running. And I just kept saying, no, like there's no reason to stop. Like this is going to be the point in the marathon, either, next year doing Boston Marathon or in the Point of Dopey Challenge, and I'm going to want to quit, but I have to keep going. So I just kept telling myself, finish what you started. You can do it. You can push through the pain. Obviously, if it got unbearable, I would have stopped because it would not be smart to push through a huge injury, but I knew that it was something that I could handle. And crossing that finish line, bawling my eyes out because I had done it. I had finished those 2 half marathons. They were not the prettiest things, but I had done it, and that's what it was about, was pushing myself and just completing the task that I had, and that's what I did. And so we can do that. There are going to be bumps along the way. It's not going to be the prettiest picture, but the end result is what's most important. So we are all going to finish what we start. And thank you all so much for all the congratulations and well wishes this weekend. I am en route to rest for this week. So I'm going to take the next 4 days off from running to really work on what is happening, because the long term is the most important, right? We know that. So thank you all so much, and I really want you all to have a great week. See you next week.